Yo, what's up, Wastelanders, and welcome to another video. It's been a minute. I've been away from Fallout 76 for a bit and actually been going through Fallout 3, New Vegas, and 4. And I recently came back and kind of been messing around with it and playing it a little more like the original games. Not quite single player, like I pretend like nobody is in the game, but more out of not min-maxing the game, if you will, and just kind of enjoying it from being a Fallout game and the music and not having to worry about being minimum health with bloodied builds, using the weapons I like rifles and pistols, avoiding power armor even though it's the best, especially after they do the you can have legendary perks on the armor now, so I don't like the UI, so I'm not going to use it. So basically I'm kind of just taking a traditional rifle Fallout build, if you will, that is still good. I mean, you can still rock some Scorch Beasts, you can do all your dailies, you never have to worry about ammo, you don't have to worry about really repairing much, it's low maintenance, and I think it's really fun. So that's kind of what I was going over today, is just, you know, what's like a chill build that's I would consider still very good and optimal for an online game, but also not just, you know, an annoying maintenance min-max game constantly. So like I said, it's not bloodied base, which is the more traditional routes that people go for max damage, but it's more of a Vanguard armor with heavy AP refresh pushing into the jetpack. I have a guide on that as well. Check it out if you want. It goes more into like the details and like components of AP and comboing movements and whatnot. That's a little more like nerdy and under the line numbers, but this build, I still think that's really important to have this AP refresh, and pushing into your mutations and whatnot is still important. But at the end of the day, this is just a full health rifle build that's anti-armor based. So to go into a little more on that, is a weapon like this is what I would suggest. I'm more VATS, you don't have to, but the anti-armor is probably something you'd want on any build that's full health if you're avoiding the bloodied or junky or anything like that. So this is one of my guns. I also have like exploding dual and all those guys, but I think this is overall the best. I like floating AP and VATS hard, so I have that in there as well. And then armor wise, I recommend Secret Service, but use whatever you want. I like it because I absolutely have to have my jetpack, and there's really no point in me moving away from this. I have basically min-maxed on the perks on this, even just like, I don't know, over the time getting that in there. So I recommend getting action points and Vanguard are like really the only two that you need to get to make it pretty suitable without being bloodied. So get an anti-armor rifle, I would get exploding on it too, then get some top tier armor and get aim for action point refresh and Vanguard. So with the jetpack, that's really what you need to make a non-bloody build good in this. So you have, you know, the best armor, the best weapons, usually handmade, anti-armor, action points, and you're just gonna be flying around all over the place constantly, not having to worry about checking any of your bars. You're not gonna die easily, you're not gonna have to worry about ammunition. I mean, it's like the easiest, most chill build, and it also kind of reminds me of just running around Fallout 4 shooting shit and not having to really worry about anything. So just really big picture, that's what I aim for. Everything else past that's mostly cosmetic or kind of just getting into like what your niche is and how you like to play. So handmade, anti-armor, action, refresh, Vanguard, full health, Secret Service, that easy. Another thing that I think is sweet with making it just like super easy, where you don't have to switch anything around and you don't need to worry about power armor, because I hate the UI even if it is really good now, is what's Rads. This built in around max Secret Service armor, you are pushing just crazy netted out rad resistance with this, and you really don't need to worry about it much. I can do basically every event besides, you know, basically everything, especially if you use some rad with it. It's just absolutely nutty how much you have on it, and plus the 6 a second offsets about like the 10 max you have. So as long as you have a few radaways with you, you really don't need to have power armor with you. Like I don't even have a set of power armor with me. That's how much it's completely pointless at this. So for legendary perks, what's rads is incredible. You're never gonna have to worry about anything. And then I pick up intelligence and agility as the legendary mods, so you have +5 in the special. These are just heavy hitters for a lot of the perks that we can go into after this. And then funky rads and far flung, because why not? There's not many good legendary perks. And then I keep ammo factory on me because I don't want to ever have to worry about ammo. It's made Fallout 76 so much easier since this came out when you push it in with the other ammo making perks. I mean, as long as you're picking up some lead once in a while, you should never have to worry about ammo again in this game. So I'm running 315, 4, 6, 11, 12, 15. Obviously you can see it's still damage based with the 12, 15 between agility and luck. That's quite obvious. Since this isn't like any kind of crazy specialty build, I always take bloodied mess for base damage. Base damage in the equations always do the most, so I would always pick up that. I'm also VATS and AP based. You can see that with my armor, jetpack, some of this perks on my rifles. Love it. So I try to get all these VATS guys in here in AP refresh. And then you need starch genes for all your mutations. You can probably get a different guide for that if you want. That's a really important one. And then class free goes with that too, so you're not taking heavy hits from it. So to me, starch genes, class freak, and bloody mess are necessities, and then critical savvy, battle criticals, and grim reapers are kind of just like what I pick to go into my crits and VATS build. Action boy, that's a top tier perk that you want, especially in this build with the action point refresh that comes up every 3 seconds, as you can see. And then I pick White Knight in here. White Knight and Gunsmith. It's for your guns and armor, obviously, but that kind of goes into like, I'm just trying to play the game and have fun. I don't want to repair my shit every 20 seconds. Like, it just is super annoying, especially if it explosive guns. That gets into it more, which perfectly goes into Demolition Expert. That's for the explosion damage on my rifle. This applies to it. That's just how the game works. And then I have Radaway remove 30% more because I'm avoiding power armor use. So this is like a synergy with all the other rad perks you have in the legendary and the armor. This makes it so you just like hotkey Radaway, and then in really heavy Radaway scenarios, you just pop 1 or 2 of those every once in a while and you'll never have to worry about it. Inspirational for experience gain. I'm always hanging out with people, so even if I am more just trying to play like Fallout 4, I'm just in like a group. I mean, nobody really follows you in it. You wouldn't really know. Alright, Ghoulish, I throw that in with the other radiation resistance. I know like it's like counterintuitive a little bit because you're not getting as much radiation, but this is just enough that you're constantly getting passive health as well. And I throw fireproof on for not just obviously fire, but explosions, and because my rifle up close can get pretty nasty if you don't have that. Perception's like the most boring, obvious rifle damage increases, and then these down, you can put them whatever. Blocker, the 30% lesser melee is actually kind of insane, especially in some of the bigger monsters and bosses. That 30% melee is just stupid because that's a raw formula to the 30. So that's my perks, both legendary and regular, weapons and armor, and just idea behind what I'm trying to do here. I'd also make sure you throw in a veil for airborne and whatnot. That's my favorite personally. And make sure you have some radaways and lunchboxes for experience. That's literally it though. That's how simple this build is. It's, I think, the most convenient build. You can do anything in the game with it. You don't need to see some awful power armor UI. You don't need to worry about your weapons and armors breaking. You don't need to worry about making ammo constantly. You don't have to like min-max into bloodied and keep your health super low and then like keep yelling, oh my gosh, I can't believe I died because I have 5% health, why didn't that proc? It's just a chill, bounce around with your jetpack, shoot stuff with your rifle or pistol. It's as similar as possible you're gonna get to just playing Fallout 3 or Fallout 4 and just hanging out and chilling. So that and the melee version of this, I would say, are that. I don't know. Hope you guys like the video. Sometimes I think it's nice if somebody else can share, you know, their what they're kind of doing and what they're enjoying. Not every video needs to be some like crazy guide on the specifics and technicalities behind things. But yeah, I like the jetpack and AR build without having to do much, and it's really been a fun time coming back to the game. And hopefully with these new expansions coming out, we can mix it up a bit. But for now, I'm just going to be running these chill builds. So yeah, thanks a lot. If you guys liked it, press like and subscribe. See you guys later. Bye.